Gets lonely in here in StreamYard.
For you,
been talking to myself for 35 minutes.
Everybody avoids you like the plague.
I did a whole show without you already.
Wow, good.
I'm warmed up. I don't know about you.
You're warmed up, all right.
All right. Death warmed over. All right, here we go. What else? I had something else I want to. No, it's fine. Okay. Ooh, I have a new angle so I can see your sign better. Okay, up there somewhere. Now, so there we are. All right.
Oh yeah.
All right. Yeah, not too bad. Well, we will play the theme, but as far as I'm concerned, the show is already on because we're sitting here talking and being very pithy. Jack has great pith.
I sure do.
Yeah.
I'm voluminous with my pith.
Yes. Well, maybe cut down on the Gatorade there, buddy.
Oh no. Gotta keep it
Oh
going.
yeah.
I got coffee, water, and C4 going right now.
Oh God. Yeah, you always have more than one beverage going at one time, don't you? There we go. Very good. Excellent. Well, good.
Do you drink when you drink coffee that you make?
Yes.
Do you use a cup with a handle, the regular cup, or do you ever use these things?
Usually a cup with a handle. Yeah, I need a coffee mug, a traditional
Why?
porcelain, because it's more about the ritual than it is the coffee.
I know, I agree with that.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine just gave me a new mug, but it gets cold so fast.
Sure. Well, you have to drink faster,
Oh,
and
you
then
have
you
to
refill.
slam, yeah.
And you drink, and then you refill, and then you
I
drink,
know, but
and you refill.
these things are amazing how well they hold the heat.
Well, I'm amazing how well I hold my heat.
You are a heat holder.
You know how I do it? I use this stuff here. I'm part of the Experimental Underwear Association.
Oh, look at those jocks. I saw an ad for a jock the other day for the first time ever. I mean, when we were in middle school and high school, you had to wear jocks to gym class or sports.
They recommended it.
You didn't? Jocks have gone by the wayside completely. They don't even have them anymore, I don't think.
Really?
Do they?
So everyone just swings in the wind?
I guess so. I think a lot of the shorts are lined. You know, they have the that kind of does it. But I don't see a lot of. We used to have at Webster.
I'm glad I don't see a lot of.
Yeah. We had a gym teacher. He was a crazy motherfucker.
I got bad news for you. I think they all were.
No, Jack Freeze wasn't crazy.
He seemed nice. I met him. Yeah, we had him here on the show. He seemed sane.
Yes,
not sure how he did that.
Miserably bad jokes, but he was a good calm. But the other guy was a guy named Don Schrader. And
that name alone.
He was nuts. And his middle
was he
name,
the type to check?
Just his middle. Well, first of all, he was so proud every year, like the first gym class. Boys, now for gym class, we require you to wear an athletic supporter. And he said, but don't worry, at the bookstore, we're selling a package that's a sock and jock combination. It's true. It's
sock
true.
And jock. sounds like a dish you'd order. Surf and turf, sock and jock. It's a wonderful thing.
He was a dedicated guy. He just would go off the beam sometimes. His middle name was Emo, and yes.
25 cents. He can prove his face.
And everybody was like, if you ever want him to go ape shit, come say emo. So he was like, there's no way I'm going to say emo. No way. Somebody said
he'll end you.
He grabbed him by the hair and tossed him out.
I wonder if Dan Haggerty and Eric Estrada were using jocks that day on Battle of the Network Stars.
That's Dan Haggerty?
Of course, that's Grizzly Adams.
Holy shit.
That's right.
He was built.
Well,
he
Grizzly
looks
Adams.
like those are the socks that you'd get, like that. Sock and jock.
Sock and jock. So, Battle of the Network Stars.
Well, whatever happened to good TV like that?
I'll tell you, 2 hours. Gavin McLeod, Valerie Bertinelli, Linda Lavin, who just died recently, Alice.
Oh yeah,
they were all there.
Yeah.
Hey, we're almost 5 minutes in, and I haven't played the theme. Hang on, this is failing on your part. Here we go.
Here's Jack. Here's Jack.
That's right. It's the Jack Henke Show, brought to you by Wife Swapping here in the Berg. If you're had enough of, you want to try something new, give it a whirl. Look at those people. Look how happy those people are.
Oh, they're drunk. They're stoned.
and they're going to have a wild night
Wife
with
swapping.
a new wife. That's right. Wife swapping. It's page 3. Notice it's page 354 of a book called Sexology.
Sexology?
That's right.
What's the subhead say?
Is it possible to combine desire for variety in sexual relations with the maintenance of a stable, happy marriage? I say absolutely.
It's the maintenance of the happy marriage that does me in.
Yeah. They call that day 2, Jack. Day 1.
Day 2, Brute.
That's right.
I thought of you yesterday
Yeah?
when I walked into the Grafton Sendex store.
I've never been there.
What's that?
I've never been in there. I know.
Well,
I always feel underdressed.
It was on the way home from the gym, so it was right there. And
we buying Fresca?
I walk in. I thought of you.
Mm-hmm.
They have like the world's biggest display of punchkis right when you walk in. Not just displays. They had like a person with a punchki stand that you could pick and choose. And
were they Polish?
I don't know.
Did you? You have to ask these questions.
I was so stunned. I just said hello. Whoa, that was unbelievable. I've never seen so many punchkis in my life. They had all different kinds. You would have been in heaven.
Well, I'll be shopping for our cohorts tomorrow here at CPL. We always like to punchki it up for Fat Tuesday. I think it's tomorrow.
Right? Fat Tuesday? I don't know.
So I don't know. Let's find out here.
Wednesday's Ash Wednesday.
We have to help the Catholics. They may not know if tomorrow's Fat Tuesday or not.
When does your thing start?
Which thing is that, Jack? Tuesday, March 4th is indeed Fat Tuesday.
Fat Tuesday. Okay. Your Passover stuff.
Oh, probably not till April. That's a little pushed out, Yeah, we don't have as much fun. We have matzah. Do you ever you want to do an apples to oranges matzah to punchki? Let me tell you.
People love matzah ball soup.
Yeah, that's good. If done right, yeah, that's very good. If made correctly. Hard in the middle, soft on the outside. That's the perfect matzah ball.
Sounds like you.
Now see here.
What's going on? It's the Shamrock Shenanigans are coming up. That's coming up in a couple of weeks. Isn't that always? That's a Mel's thing.
Mel's thing. That's right.
It's the pub crawl. Like it's the last Saturday before St. Patrick's Day, and today is
the 3rd.
Yeah. So St. Patrick's Day 2 weeks from today. Is that right?
I believe so. That sounds about right. It's fun. Here's an insider tip on the day of the pub crawl. Go to Fiddleheads and just sit in the window. Because they keep passing by, and it gets funnier and funnier with every passing moment.
Well, you don't sit anywhere except for your daughter's place in Grafton, do you? Anymore?
Lately, that's true. That is true. Amplify Cafe in Port Washington. Help them out. Go see them. Their bakery is wonderful, and
they got other stuff. What else is going on in there? They have. Is it a bookstore or a record store?
Yeah, music general. They have music instruction, and they've got bongos, so that's good.
They don't sell records.
No, not yet. They should. It's not a bad idea. I'll have to suggest that to him next time I see him. You know who sells records is Fermentorium. Has a little record store inside of it now, I guess.
Really?
Used. Yeah, pre-owned, But and you know who else has vinyl? Your Cedarburg Public Library. I've been buying. Yeah, I got about 40 or 50 in the collection now.
From the library collection?
New. I buying new vinyl.
5-finger discount for you as an employee?
I mean, if you have a library card, but you have to bring it back, 5-finger discount. No, it's actually a little pricey. Vinyl records are, because they're popular now, about $30 per. And I remember spending $7.99 on.
That was a lot.
Over at
$4.99. They had music. What was this? You weren't. I don't think you lived in this area at that time, but where the Manchester Mall was in Grafton, there was. There was Musicland. What were the other ones before?
Sam Goody, Tape World, Disco Round.
Disco Round.
Places.
And then it was before Say it with me. The exclusive
Hey,
company.
exclusive company.
Yeah,
And
they
Camelot.
weren't around
Camelot was a good place to
Camelot.
round up music. Although I think they were more at that point. It was CD and tape when Camelot was doing their thing. But that was a nice store on Brown Deer Road. Camelot.
I think it was Musicland. Sounds right. They also had, those were the days you could go there, peruse the albums, and then spend your hard-earned bucks on one of you. You walk around the store,
Sure.
and then you'd celebrate by going a few doors down in the mall to Suburbia.
Suburbia. People have good, fond, fuzzy memories of that. Hopefully, the sandwiches weren't fuzzy, but Suburbia sandwiches always turned my guts to 40 miles of rough road. Those sandwiches, I thought they were tasty, but they just did stuff to me. They weren't pleasant.
There's still one. I know there's at least one, and it's on Blue Mound Road.
Okay.
It's just west of Highway 100 Blue Mound Road. And I know because I would, Keith, the dogfather, and I have been filling Margot with tales of how wonderful Suburbia was. And you can't find them. You get them in little plastic bags.
Yeah.
The one in Madison, we'd all save $2.10 for Sunday morning because that's what a half a sub, chips and a drink cost, and then
good times.
We'd play cards to see how to make the run to go pick them up. But so Margot said, you got to try these. So I bring them home. The problem was they're in the bag, and by the time she got home to have them for dinner, they were getting mushy. And there's just no.
They added a lot of oil to their sandwiches, if I remember correctly. They were kind of oily. Maybe that's what sent my guts sliding.
You think?
Ooh.
Yeah. So we're talking punchkis and oily subs.
This is what we do here on the Jack Henke Show. What else is going on?
Where are you getting your punchki from?
I will probably actually just visit our friends over at Piggly Wiggly right here in the Dales.
So, yeah, they usually have a good
have a good pile. Yeah, or Pick and Save in Grafton, that works too. But we have a wonderful patron. I will mention him on the air, Tom Canziora. Tom's a wonderful guy. Just retired recently from, I believe he was the maintenance guy over at a parochial school out by Five Corners. Help me with that. Borgia. That's Borgia, right? Out by.
Oh, yeah.
I
always think of them.
Yeah.
City,
right.
Yeah.
So Tom's retired, and Tom is wonderful. He always goes to the south side of Milwaukee where all the polls are. And I ain't talking voting. And he brings us a box of true punchkis. And
really?
They're different. They're different than what we get in the kind of mass-produced boxes here at our local grocer. They're
better?
Yeah, they are better. They're yellow. They're yellower. I mean, it's like yellow flour or something.
The pastry's yellow.
And then they're filled with and then it's strictly like strawberry or cherry or whatever. You can get prune too, but
I was going to say
I can't.
They have prune too.
Yeah, I can't do that. That won't be done by me. But there's some freak out there, I'm sure, who's enjoying a prune punchki, and more power to you.
Punchki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're great. It's a wonderful time of year, and I hope that I survive it.
It's March, which is cool. We made it through January and February.
February was fast, man. That month blew by, and I don't know where I was.
I don't know about that.
How that. Oh no, it was crawled for you.
It was all the wind and cold. Holy shit!
There was a lot of that, but for some reason, I don't know. But it wasn't like sustained. We had like a day.
That
of
one
that.
snap was bad.
Yeah.
So that's just no fun, and I'm okay with somewhat cold like this.
You got to do a little of that here. Yeah. No, but now I do feel like we're in the home stretch here. Brewers are playing out there in the cactus world, and that's always hopeful and optimistic. So,
sure.
Although I think they're racking up some injuries out there. I was reading the other day, yeah, everyone's playing too hard. I'm like, guys, come on, rest.
I love the manager. The owner's the worst one in sports.
Abnazio.
Yeah. He's too cheap, and he won't spend any money. And if he doesn't have the money, he should sell the team. But I'm not going to get into it.
True, that is true. Yeah,
I can make it. But
no, our manager's awesome. He's
yes, Pat Murphy is the best. And you might actually be able to find out the score of a game now that Euchre's died. It's great.
The feud is over. He crutzed. You don't have to keep poking him with a stick.
I'm not poking him. Stating facts. I have nothing but...
All of these heartfelt Euchre tributes, and I'm thinking in the back of my mind, boy, I'd love to hear Henke on this one.
Praise be.
The only one. I don't hear anyone else. There's one guy flapping his negative gums.
He's the ultimate of your memory of things that never really happened, clouding your judgments into putting up with shit in the present.
I had a few laughs from Mr. Belvedere. Okay, there was a moment.
I never saw it,
It was
so
okay.
I don't feel
It was
bad.
okay. A little cheesy, you know.
I
80s
did
sitcom.
mention Benson the other day in my Substack, and I
Benson.
wondered,
Yes, I did see
I
that.
wondered how many people would get that. What do you think?
Benson had a good run. Enough people, you know. I think it's funny because Benson was a spinoff of Soap.
Yeah,
People don't realize, and it wasn't. I mean, Soap was outrageous and outlandish and way out of control. Benson was a little more
Yeah.
normal.
more like a family
Yeah, but
kind of thing.
like,
But yeah, Soap was fantastic.
Soap was madness. I mean, that there's TV sitcoms have yet to hit those kind of highs or lows. I mean, it was shameless and wonderful.
And you
Mhm.
alerted me to the fact that the creators of the brilliant Soap also put together who are the four old ladies?
Oh, the Golden Girls. Yeah,
Golden
that's
Girls.
yeah.
I mean, completely different kind of humor.
Yes.
know?
Yeah.
You know,
well, again,
So they
Soap
kind of
re-
pushed it a little bit.
Soap was never really considered a success. Everyone has good memories of it. It did okay in the ratings, but they always had to
See?
put it. They had to put it on too late because it was so edgy and so dirty. I mean, it's pretty dirty for a show.
See, on one hand, you have
in the
Bob
70s.
Uecker, who was never worth a shit, and people loved him, and then you have Soap, which is like one of the greatest creations ever to grace TV, and was like, huh? Never heard
yeah.
of it. So
I mean, Corinne's baby was possessed by the devil. Father Tim Flotsky was trying to. That show, it's insane. If you haven't seen Soap, find a way to watch it.
oh my god,
It's as close as America's ever gotten to like Monty Python, where it's just like everything's completely off the wall. And yet, oddly enough, every now and then they had some kind of more heartfelt and
Yes.
interesting moments. It was
it wasn't just crazy.
It
There
was
family stuff,
mostly
there was family
but-
love.
Yeah, I remember there's a bit where Jody, Billy Crystal's
Billy
character,
Crystal.
who was gay, which was a really kind of groundbreaking at the time as well. He was
Tried to
he
kill
got-
himself.
well, yeah, when he got a woman pregnant at one point, who she was trying to cure him of his homosexuality. It failed, as it normally does, and then he wanted to have some sort of parental rights, and then it went to court. I mean,
Yeah, that's
there's
right.
some really searing stuff in that show, but again, it was just madness. I mean,
It was madness.
insanity. It's
Yeah,
wonderful.
the
So, yeah.
dictator, that wonderful actor. I don't know who that guy is.
Richard Libertini. El Puerco. That was El Puerco.
And she always called him L, like that was his first name.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. There was Chester lost his memory and later,
Oh.
eventually, with his bandage on his head, they kept calling him Gunga Din, and he believed them. He was Gunga Din.
And Bert
Madness.
couldn't make love to his wife because he felt guilty about
Oh,
killing
Bert.
her husband.
Bert thought he could go invisible for a while. He started to freak out, And Danny's in the mob. There's Chuck
Yes.
and Bob the dummy.
Oh, God, I
who-
forgot about them.
Bob, who basically was the only sane person on the show, the dummy.
How many
This
times
is
did
masterful.
So many times did someone try to strangle the dummy?
No, all the time. Yeah, Bert was always just and Danny. They both would just go off on him, and of course they're strangling. They're all they totally separated Chuck from Bob, by the way, too. Unbelievable.
Best ever.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Best
That's wonderful
ever.
stuff. So, speaking of best ever, last night was Oscar night.
And
I didn't watch, which is kind of a
What?
shame. No, I did not tune in. I wasn't in the mood.
What?
I was reading
it's
a
your
book.
it's your
I
biggest
know.
night of
I know.
the-
I was reading a book.
Heard good reviews on reviews on
Yeah.
Conan.
Yeah, I watched some of his. I watched some highlights, and he was good. He was definitely good, and really seemed like a perfect. They've been struggling trying to figure out a host for that show when people aren't busy, slapping each other or going off on politics. It's like, how do you where do you get a ringmaster for this 3-ring circus? And Conan was perfect. I mean, he really seemed like this is the right, kind of disposition
people
for this kind of
don't-
show.
A lot of people don't like him. I like him.
He's great. No, he's
Yeah.
hilarious. He's
A lot of
actually
people think-
he's a good heir to Letterman. I mean, Letterman was real, he didn't have he's totally irreverent too, and just didn't give a crap what people thought of him. And Conan's like that too.
we were FaceTiming with my son last night, and he has become he's 33 now, he'll be 33 this year in June, but he was too young to ever appreciate really when the Simpsons started. and how good it was. Now he's discovered The Simpsons, and he's
There's
watching
a lot to
all-
watch. There's a
all
lot to
the
catch
back
up on.
And he's like, yeah, Conan O'Brien's gonna. I said, Conan O'Brien, he's hilarious.
He's a writer
wrote-
on Simpsons.
He wrote one of the all-time classic Simpsons, The Monorail. And we
Ah.
said, "Oh my God, I love The Monorail. That was a great one."
Won him over. Have you watched an animated comedy called Bob's Burgers?
No, but I've heard about
Couple
it.
laughs in there. It's pretty well done. Zach, my boy, is into that one a little bit, and it's definitely weird, but in all the right ways, and it's pretty good. I was surprised. I don't get into too much like Family Guy, American Dad. Those are, I mean, they're funny. I think both of those shows are funny, but they're so out of control. I
My
can't keep up with it.
my knucklehead nephews love Family Guy.
Oh,
It's
I mean, yeah, it's definitely funny and a smart show and dirty, completely off the rails. But they fire gags so fast, I can't.
Oh,
I feel
you
old when
sound
I
so
watch
old.
them. I know, I feel old when I watch
Why?
Family Guy.
I still can't believe you didn't watch the Oscars, for God's sakes.
I don't know why I didn't. Like I said, I was reading like 3 books at once last night, and I was so into it. I just couldn't
Did you
stop.
watch
Library
did you wa-
issues.
Did you watch? You've seen Honora? Is it Honora?
I loved
Is that how you
it.
say
Yeah, Nora was phenomenal. It was great. You know what's nice about last night is that the bulk of the movies that did well were all independent features.
Yes,
Hollywood didn't do well, and that's great. I mean, talk about a beautiful slap in the face. Hollywood's grandest night, and it was all like independent.
Did you see
independently funded
The
movies.
Brutalist? Have you seen The Brutalist?
I didn't get around to that one. I wanted to. It
What?
looks really great. No, it was 3 hours and 40 minutes, and I couldn't quite find a 4-hour block.
Like you don't waste that.
That's the problem. I
Chowing
was busy wasting that 4 hours to go use it watching The Brutalist.
That is a
So,
long time.
I like epics. I mean, I like a movie that more flick for your buck. No complaints here.
The
But,
Conclave. I know you like that.
Loved it. Great, wonderful. Yeah. I saw a bit with Conan said that if people's speeches go too long tonight, they'll cut away to a disappointed-looking John Lithgow, and Lithgow played along, and they just cut over to Lithgow going. It was great. It was great. It was a cool bit. Yeah. So yeah, I mean,
Cool.
from all indications, it was a wonderful show. It's funny. I tuned in
3 hours and 40 minutes. Talk about. That's what it clocked in at. Talk
Oof.
about.
as long as The Brutalist.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little long in the tooth. I mean, they always hope for 3 hours, and they don't do it. They can't do it. These blowhards need to thank their hairdresser and their electrician and their.
Well, I was I watched like 5 minutes of it. It just was what was on, and it was
Mhm.
a costume design one
Sure.
and animated short were the two that I saw. And
Did you see the
both-
one for costume design? I'm actually curious about that. Which did you see?
Yes, I did.
Was it Nosferatu?
No,
It should have been.
no, it
Bummer.
was
Hope it
I
wasn't
think,
Conclave.
more dummies. Demi Moore's.
Oh, the substance.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty
That's
sure
kinda
that's.
weird. Okay.
I'm pretty sure that.
I don't know if it was
that-
nominated either, but
maybe that's effects, but they were doing makeup. Maybe that is makeup.
that
different?
would makeup makes sense. That
Okay,
would be
that
a
was
substance,
it,
no
yeah.
problem. But
Then I don't-
costuming,
I don't know who costume was.
actually, the funny thing about costuming is that with the substance is that most people were out of costume. There's a lot of nudity in that movie. So
Was there?
yeah, a lot of skin. So seeing Nosferatu last month or the month before, that was something.
freaked you out.
It freaked me out, and I loved it. And I remember specifically coming away saying, if this does not win Best Costume, there's a problem here,
Maybe
because
it
the
did.
costume was amazing in that movie. Yeah, it was just like whoa. So
And Dune was up for
they
something.
did well. Yeah. So
Yeah.
special effects. That was special effects, I think, which was a kind of a no-brainer because that movie is like, whoa. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude.
Very
So-
cool. And I learned that there's a Wallace and Gromit out that I haven't.
Yeah, there's a new one. I haven't seen it either. It looks
Is
like
it a
fun.
full length or is it a short? Do you know?
Pretty sure it's a full length. Yeah. The best animated film was something called Flow.
Yeah, Flow.
Yeah, which I haven't seen that either. Actually, I'm kind of dogging it here. I'm watching a lot of old movies lately, so that's my problem. But that looks great too. That looks like fun. So yeah,
So do you, after the Oscars are over, do you go back and watch the ones that won that you
I
haven't
try to
seen?
catch up with everything. I mean, if it's a quality movie, one way or another, I will catch up with it. But I've been going
Do you-
to bed earlier lately, so I don't watch as many movies anymore.
Do you trust them as judges
No.
of quality?
No, you shouldn't. You never should with that or the New York Times bestseller list. Both are rigged. I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's all right, but they're both rigged. The Oscars are rigged towards getting, although this year, I guess with all these indie movies that won, I feel like maybe
Next year
something's
it's going to be
changing.
all big.
Yeah, I know. Next year,
Swing back.
Captain America will win Best Picture. But and the same with New York Times bestseller list. That's just all the publicists and publishers that force books to the list to sell more. I mean, so it's a capitalist thing, and we live in a capitalist society, so it is
Thank
what it
God.
is. But yeah, right. Yeah, I know. Right, this isn't Russia, right? Right?
Isn't
Anyway,
it?
I don't know. Maybe.
That
Have
we
another
won't-
punchki comrade.
we're not getting into. I think the only time we talked politics was on January 7th. We had a show the day.
Yeah. We just like to point out stupidity. That's all. And both sides are amply
plenty of material.
amply
plenty
equipped for stupidity. So no.
I saw a thing that said, in case of civil war, let's meet at the library. They don't.
No, we're locking the
listen.
doors. Stay the hell out of our building.
No, they said if in case of civil war, let's meet at the library. They won't know where it is.
True. Yes, that is true. Yeah, that's a building on Hanover. Yeah.
Are you on Substack? Are you a partake? You should.
I just read your stuff.
It's a place to go to read good writing. You can either get it for free or paid. And I'm getting one of the ones I'm following for free is John Cleese, and he is hilarious.
He's great. He's genius. Yeah.
He
glad his he's old though. I mean, it's nice that his
Yeah.
marbles are still functioning.
his or somebody is at least filling it.
I mean, he's a Cambridge guy, so obviously, I mean, he's
But he calls his site Cleese Products. It's funny,
Oh,
and he said one of his many good ones, and I don't care what side of the political arena you're on. Yeah, it'll make you laugh. He said, I was getting very angry that President Trump was playing so much golf until I remembered that Hitler shot himself in a bunker. That is funny.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know. It's I predict 4 years of great humor. We're gonna have a good time laughing. You have to, otherwise you start to cry.
Well, so. and then it wouldn't have been roses if what's her name would have won either. I mean, it's what side, yeah. No. But going on and see, there's been
this is what we need for a president and vice president: Dan Haggerty and Eric Estrada. That's right there.
There you go. Go back to that.
Well, Dan Haggerty and Eric Estrada, sure.
Okay.
There you go. Right. Are you done? Are you okay?
Yes,
all right. Yeah. Down boy. Spray you off. Here, have a can of Jolt or something. Here,
Oh, I remember that. Do you remember that being out?
Oh, I remember.
All the sugar and twice the caffeine.
Yeah, it didn't taste very good though. It was too
terrible.
Syrupy for my taste.
Oh, of course. How the hell is they going to do it?
One I liked was Surge. I loved Surge. That one was really trashy and yet kind of good. Remember that was kind of like a green apple flavor.
Yeah.
Used to have it on tap at Hardee's. That's right. With a super monster burger and a Surge? Come on. That's a party.
What restaurants have you frequented lately?
Lately? Ooh.
Yeah.
Hardee's. No, there's only one left in Sheboygan that I know of.
There's one in Columbus.
Went to a place called Fusion on the east side a few weeks ago. That was good. That was a ramen, sushi type place.
Who'd ever thought ramen would be a big deal?
Every 13 steps on the east side is a new ramen joint. They know what they're doing. There's a lot of good places down there I want to try. New places. Went to Comet Cafe. That has been, new and they were closed for a while. Now they're open again, and that was good. Had a fish fry at the Luxembourg in Belgium last week. That was delicious.
You've talked about that place before.
I like it. I like it a lot. It's very good. Good breakfast there too. Excellent. Yeah. I've been doing all right restaurant wise lately. Been doing
Whistler's is totally underrated for food, and that's
and I by me too. I don't go there. I went there.
You took your Jewish.
Took my uncle.
Jewish relatives.
Yes, I did, and they liked the fish fry quite a bit.
Yeah.
They did. It was a little too healthy for me.
Fish fry? Are you crazy?
Yeah, fish fry. I don't know. It was probably I ordered the wrong one. I didn't do it. Well, no, I did do a beer batter, but it was like it just felt like there wasn't nearly enough calories.
Oh.
Like it seemed like they were. Yeah, it would have. It didn't shave years off my life. I expect every fish fry to take at least 4 to 5 months off my life, and that one seemed healthy, which is great, and it tasted fantastic. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It just like, wait, what are you guys doing? Where's the where's the grease?
Where's the grease?
Where's
Where's
the
the beef? Yeah, where's the grease?
So there you go.
I had I didn't know Lay's Fut is closed on Sundays.
Sundays. Okay.
Yeah.
Every
other day.
Tomaso's is closed on Sundays too, which seems a little dorky to me.
Well, they started that during the whatchamacallit. And
the pandemic?
Yeah,
okay.
Sunday. I think they're closed Sunday and Monday. I thought
Monday makes sense. I mean, a lot of restaurants are closed Monday. That I dig that, but Sunday.
Their reasoning is they wanted to give their people like a weekend. The weekend.
Okay, well that's nice. Okay, all right, that's nice. All right, I can see that. I just thought there was some other.
I still thought that was because it seemed to me Sunday was their busiest day at carry out.
That's a pizza day, man. Sunday is besides like Friday night when you're pizza and beer to wash away the week.
That's fish
fry.
Well,
that's true. That is true. Yeah. Boy, Settlers has a fine fish sandwich over there too. I had that a few weeks ago. Ooh,
really?
Settler, or is that Settler? I'm sorry, Dorsey's. I have to get the name right. Yeah. Everything over there. I can't walk in that building. They'll fleece me dry.
Really?
There's the bakery and the cakes and the pies. Good Lord. No.
Good,
I'm not going in there.
Good Lord.
Everything's way too delicious looking. So we're just gonna stay out. We're just gonna stay out of there.
I haven't been there since it's been Settlers. Is it different?
It seems different. Different in that, it's sort of everything now. It's like a one-stop shop. You can have like takeout meals that you can prepare at home, that you can fire up at home, which they've always did that. They always did that. They seem a little more comfortable with sit down and eating now.
That's because it was weird before.
Before it was weird, and it's not weird anymore. That's just even more dangerous because what it is about Dorsey's now. It's like, however you want to eat, we're going to help you get there.
We're going to help you get there. We're going to help you slowly kill yourself.
Good for them. But, they have all their bakery in this glass case in the front. And I'm sure they don't want me back in there either because I kept licking the case. That's they don't want my drool all over their fixtures. So
that sucks. Oh, man.
So,
okay, I was getting hungry, and now you just scared me.
You're welcome. Happy to help. Always happy to help. Hey, we're at the 30-minute mark. This is where we get the hook.
All right. We got a good show with AJ, and he is pumped up. Yeah. He's heading. Hopefully, it goes well for him this week. It's the playoffs now.
Right on.
It's either you lose, you're out. So they play,
do or die. Yeah.
They host the winner of another game on Friday night at Homestead. So I know AJ would want you to say, hey.
So we don't even know who their opponents will be at this juncture.
Yeah, somebody plays this week to play them.
Okay.
So, so good luck. I hate to wish Homestead luck, but for AJ's sake, I wish him luck.
The duality of life. Yes.
Yeah.
I was at Homestead yesterday, actually, at a zoo. It was the Special Olympics basketball tournament. It may have been the state one. Yeah. And so our shelver here, a wonderful guy named Alex, his team, I think he called them the Ozaki Owls.
Yeah, that's
they were.
Mel posts about them.
Does he? Okay. Well, they were playing. And so we here at CPL were going to support him. Well, I got there and Homestead's a compound. I mean, that is just like they have multiple gyms. I couldn't find Alex's game. And then it said they're at court number 6. Well, they had 2 number 6s, I could tell. So I went to the number 6. But I watched the Hartford team, play. I missed the Owls, but I saw the Hartford team, and they were great. So at least I was entertained by and boy, those people, they were into it. I mean,
yeah, Ross and Andy weren't playing, but they were there. I saw photos of them cheering them on. Yeah, I mean, and I know the Owls went 2-0, so they're going to play somewhere else this weekend.
From what I hear, our guy Alex scored the winning hoop. So
really?
I missed it.
You should keep
I was watching Hartford.
They're doing well. I think they play in Waukesha or something this coming weekend. Something like that.
Nice. Yeah. Cool.
So good for them. That's so cool.
It's cool, and man, they play a really good game. These guys are just like it was the passing and like they're dialed in. It's not, people say, Special Olympics. They're playing a different. It was a great level. They were playing at like top level. I was like, these guys are really good. Excellent. So
excellent,
wonderful.
Before we go, you're always effing this up. Now, I don't know if you have something else going on at the library, but this week you have the Authors Octagon
Wednesday
night, and it's
cramming. I'm cramming to finish my short story. I got like 3 more pages to go, and I'll be
This
done.
is the last meeting before. What is the author circle about?
Well, the author circle is about if you
Cedarburg
like
Author Circle.
to write. The Cedarburg Author Circle is a place that will take you in.
So it's probably half dozen to 10 people each meeting, would you
About that,
say?
yeah.
At the Cedarburg Library, the first Wednesday of every month at 6:30 or 6.
6:30. 6:30 to 7:45.
Okay.
Well, until the lady talks on the speaker and says, "Go home. You don't have to go home, but you can't
Get
stay
out.
here." Yeah.
So, and it's an exciting time because you're putting together what's the name
This
of it?
is a literary digest. We're just going to call it the Cedarburg Author Circle. Why muddy up the waters? And so we are first issue, volume 1, hopefully of 2 million. And it's basically everyone who shows up and writes submitted a piece. Yeah, a minimum of 1 and maximum of whatever you can get done. And trying to keep things under 10,000 words. And I have a screenplay and a short story to put in there, and part of a like an episodic TV series, pilots basically, and a short story that I'm just wrapping up this week. I'm trying to get done by tomorrow so I can launch it out to the group before Wednesday. We'll see how it goes. And everyone's all the pieces are in, and we're gonna be limping towards publication in May.
So publication in the end will look like there's going to be one physical.
We'll at least have one physical, and then ebooks available for anybody who knows how to click.
And that'll be at the library.
And that'll be the library. Yeah, you can certainly check out. And and we're going to try to do a little kind of author circle event in June where we maybe we'll print a few more and sell them at the. Yeah, this is a thing. So if you're a writer who said, "Oh, I always wished I could be published," I've got a fast track for you. Not really a fast track. It took about a year to get to this point, but guaranteed publication, whether you like it or not. So, hopefully it'll be educational and a learning experience for everyone involved. And we'll do it again. It's funny. We'll publish in May, and then I expect the June meeting will be like, all right, let's get ready for volume 2. So I just want to keep going. I think it's cool. I mean, it's exciting. So, and then maybe Henke will show up for a meeting on for a change. I don't know.
I was at an author thing last time.
Yes, you were.
See your friend Nicholas Butler.
That's exactly right. Yes.
Yeah. Down at what's college?
That Boswell.
Boswell. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Do you have a new one out?
Yeah. That's why he's out. That's what he's doing.
I mean, I figured. I didn't know.
He's got a new novel called 40-Year Kiss. It started with his essay that he wrote about a couple that he was eavesdropping on at a bar in Chippewa Falls who were having some kind of reunion.
Nice.
And he took it from there. And his point of the essay was authors need to be witnesses. I mean, they have to be aware of what's going on. Yeah, spies. That's what it was.
I mean,
spies.
We said witness is a nice way of saying spies.
Yeah,
voyeurs.
Yeah.
No, sorry, we like to watch.
Voyeurs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn. Actually, he's got a new book out. I didn't buy it for the library yet, so I'm going to do that when we get off the line here.
I'll show. I have it.
I'll get it from our distributor, I'm sure. But I'll definitely buy that. I feel I should be on top of that. Whoops.
40-Year Kiss is the name.
40-Year Kiss. Awesome. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sounds like fun. I hope you got to breathe through your nose. 40 years. Jeez. So there we go. It's a good way to get germs.
10,000 word max. So for people who don't understand, an average novel these days is probably 75,000 to 80,000.
I was going to say 80. Yeah, 75 to 80. Sure.
Yeah.
And 10,
so you don't have to be long at all. You can.
No. And actually, I mean, brevity is great. If you have a 2,000, 3,000, I'm thinking my short story is going to be about 3,000 words. My screenplay is a little longer because it's, like I said, it's a pilot, but it's laid out weird because there's a lot of white space in a screenplay. But so I got two that are hopefully ready to go. But yeah, come on down. You don't have to be, even if you don't want to publish and you just want to be hang around writers. I don't know why you would. God, we never shower and we smell like corned beef. But come on down. We welcome writers with open arms. and we were a pretty supportive bunch. That was my goal with that particular writers group. I was like, this is not every writers group I've ever been in. At some point, goes negative, and I don't think we've really gone negative
Doesn't
yet.
seem to me, yeah.
No,
Very
so,
supportive and want people to get their stuff out, which is great.
Yeah, finish.
Yeah,
Finish your. If there's a mantra for us, it's finish your shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's important. But yeah. All right, we're over time, and
Okay.
I got to pay.
Anything else going on at the library? Got to go.
It's a quiet week here in Lake Wobegon, I think. So yeah, just new books. Look for Nicholas Butler's new book by the end of the week, hopefully.
Very cool.
So there we go. Fantastic. Dr. Ben's coming up next. We have some, actually, speaking of authors, I've got at least 2 lined up for this very show. I need to talk to you about that in the coming days. I have one really kind of cool, exciting one. So we should talk about that.
We also have the kids from
and the kiddos, the water kiddos.
The
Yeah,
water
she's
kids.
going to be in this week to talk about that too. So yeah, it should be. And I think Super Todd soon as well, right?
he wanted to do March 17th actually.
Okay, so this is all coming. Yeah, there's gonna
Yeah.
be some good shows coming up.
I
So
gotta
if you don't like
respond.
what you see now, it's just going to get better.
Yeah, Super Todd's going to talk about the year 2 of the
The big bike race
here
Yeah,
in Cedarburg,
which is coming
which
up
great.
as well. It's a spring thing, isn't it?
Summer. It was hotter than
Oh,
shit
it's more-
last year.
it
Remember
was
that?
hot. Yeah, it was a hot day, wasn't it? All right. Very good.
June, I believe.
All right, June.
That's
More
the
like
way it goes.
Dune. More like Dune. That's what it felt like. You can see some sandworms chasing those guys down. Oh, those feet will be pumping, let me tell you. So there you go. All right. We've added something new to the race this year.
There you go.
Man-eating sandworms. All right. I'll mention it to Super Todd, see if he's into it. Okay, folks, that's the show. We'll be back next week, Lord willing. And, bye for now. Be good to your mother.
You bet. Good.
Unless you, yeah.
See ya.